Here I'm going to show you how to use the tool Quizlet, which is great for vocabulary terms. So once you create your account, this is the page you'll be brought to, which is kind of like your dashboard. But first I want to show you where you can look at your account information. So I can click here. But then at the top you have three options. The first one is search. If you click search, and you are just looking for some sort of vocabulary word set to help your students study or for a game you want to play in class, you can just type in what you're looking for. So if I wanted something on Europe, I would type in Europe, hit enter, and you can see just a bunch of different Europe sets. Maybe you want to do locations on countries that people have made and uploaded to Quizlet. So that's a nice feature. If I go back, I just use the back arrow. The next one I want to show you is browse. So for browse, you can kind of browse by category of what you're looking for. If I wanted something to do with algebra, I could browse different algebra sets that people have uploaded. Then I'm going to hit the back arrow again. Or the last one, I can create my own. So before I do that, I do want to show you, if I scroll down, this is my dashboard. These are things that I've used recently. And then over here on the side, settings is just kind of how you like your account, but sets are sets that I've already created. So if I were to click on sets, my account shows up with two sets that I've created. So I do want to show you one of those. I'll click on this. The Essentials of Geography. That's vocabulary I've used with my students before. So you'll see that there are a ton of different things that kids can do with this, and all that they have to have is the link to my Quizlet set, and they can access any of this to practice vocab on their own. So you can see here the flashcards, which is what is selected. It's a great option, so I would click on the card to see the back of it where the definition would be. And then I can go to the next one, click to see the definition, click back, and so on. If you scroll down, these are all the terms and definitions in this set. If I wanted to, I could click the star just to favorite it, keep that close by. I could do this to actually hear the word in the definition, or I could edit if I needed to. Learn is another option that my kids could use. So every term correctly twice in order to finish. So it's kind of like a multiple choice. It gives me a definition. I have to pick which one. The average condition of the atmosphere over a long period of time would be climate. So then it tells me correct and it sends me to the next one. So it's just a little quiz and it tells you your running total. If I wanted to do write, I could click that and I have to actually type the answer and see if I'm correct. Press any key to continue and it'll take me to the next one. And again, it keeps your results right here, so it's really nice for kids to be able to see. If I go back, the next one I could do is spell. So type what you hear.
Prime meridian.
It reads it to me, and then I have to type prime meridian. Hit enter.
Continent.
And then it goes to the next one. So that'd be really nice for maybe kids who struggle in reading and like that auditory aspect. If I wanted to click on test, that's another option for students. It's just like a vocab test. Gives you different formats, true, false. A great way for them to practice their vocabulary skills. Going back, there are three ways that they can actually play a game with their vocab to practice as well. So if I clicked on match, it's just like a matching game. So if I want to click place, and then I have to click these two, drag them together, match them up. It keeps your time, so a lot of kids like to use competition that way. Going back, gravity is a really cool game. So if I were to click go, study started, all of them, or just the starred ones, I'm going to go with all, answer with the definition, or you can do the term instead, and then I can do my level of difficulty. So we were to start the game. Shows the directions south, east, west. So do compass rose, hit enter, and then it tells me my score. If I go back, the last game that they can play is called Live. So Live is actually a class-wide game. where the computer automatically groups up your students, and then they are on different teams and they have to answer these vocabulary matching questions together, and they're competing against other teams within your class. So it's a really cool game to play as well to help them study their vocabulary terms. Quizlet is an awesome resource for anybody who needs to study terms. The last thing I want to show you up here is create. So if I wanted to create a new set that didn't already exist, I would just hit create. I would name it. Let's just say biology chapter 2, like the example said. And I would scroll down here. I can add and label a diagram if I really wanted to, but I'm just going to enter a term, enter a definition. If I wanted to put an image, I could do that as well. You can change the languages, which is really nice, and you can add as many as you want. So once I would add that, I would click create and it would show up as a set like my previous one did. So Quizlet is an awesome way to help your students to study vocabulary.